Hello, my loves. I'm just waiting to see if I have any subscribers come on. I know we're supposed to be scheduling Wind Down Wednesdays, so here I am. Hi, Q. How are you? It's so good to see you online tonight. How are you doing? Hi, Clarissa. Yay! I'm so happy to see you guys jumping on. Hi, Rodella. Hey, hey. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm actually exhausted if I'm going to be completely honest. I had an extremely long day at work today, so it's been crazy. I'm glad to see you're doing good, Q. How's everything going? High five, Clarissa. How's everybody doing on their journeys? I have so much to talk about, you guys. Oh, thank you. I curled it this morning. So, yes. Thank you, Q. I appreciate that. I'm still doing the no makeup like I did in that. I'm like wearing no eye makeup today, just my natural. I did put a little bit of pink blush, the one that I used for my cheeks. I put a little bit of that on my eyelids because you know how I talked about how I think it's pretty when people have naturally pink eyelids. So I did that. Um, and I had to put my glasses on today, you guys, because I'm going blind here. I refuse to believe that I need to wear glasses, but here I am. Hi Erica. Oh, I love you too. I feel like it's been forever. I know we talk like on the lives and on comment and stuff, but like I keep thinking like I need to call you. See if we could do something this weekend. What's the eyebrow product you used? Oh, yes. So the one that I use, which I used this morning, but see, they look really natural. Like it doesn't really look like I have a ton. It just leaves them groomed. That one is the Maybelline Brow. And I can grab it for you really quick so you can see it. Hi, Selena. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad to see you in the comments. I hadn't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing great. I love the natural or minimal makeup. Thank you. It's been, you guys, I've never like been comfortable not wearing eye makeup. And it's saved me so much time this last week that I'm like, why haven't I ever tried this? Like, I just never thought of not wearing eye makeup. Thank you, Diana. I appreciate that. Yes, that one was good. Liked it too. Let me grab that brow product really quick, you guys. Sorry. I just did a video on my TikTok about how you weigh in at the doctor's office, and I thought it was hilarious, but then I cracked myself up and I'm like, I'm such a dork. So this is the brow fast sculpt from Maybelline. And this is the one that I used in the video, and this is the one that I used this morning. It's like super simple because you guys, you're just literally combing. So it's just a little wand. You're literally just combing your brows, and it's adding a little bit. It's almost like a mascara for your lashes, but for your brows. Like that's literally what it is. It hardens a little bit in place to keep your brows where they belong, and you are good to go. So yes, that is. Oh, guys, I got out of breath just going to go get that. Your brows look so beautiful and natural. Your face always. Oh, thank you. So yeah, my brows do look really natural right now because they really have. This is all I used this morning, and I literally just brushed a little bit on there. So that is it. And then I'm not wearing any eye makeup. I used the same blush. I put just a little bit to make it look like pinky on my eyelids because I really like the way that looks on people. It doesn't have the same effect on me because I have dark lids, but anyways. I love your glasses. Thank you. I get prescribed glasses and then I don't like to wear them because I get annoyed seeing the rim around. So even though they help me see really crisp and clear, like it annoys me to see the rim around the frame or whatever. I think they're cute. It annoys me because I'm not used to wearing glasses, but they do help me see so much clearer. But I can still see everything without them, so that's why I struggle to wear them. So you guys, I've been doing what I'm surprised I haven't seen Debbie jump on here. I've been doing what Debbie calls chubby choices. Hi, Miss Tatum or Tapman. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's so good to see you. Did you get your t-shirt? I'm wondering if Irene got her. There's so much I want to talk to you guys. I feel like I'm talking 1,000 miles an hour. So I want to talk about, did you guys realize that, look at you staying committed to your Wednesday one day. Oh, thank you. I know I almost didn't do it and I was like, no, I just got to make it a habit. Like I just got to do it. No, not yet. Oh, it's already Wednesday. I figured you'd have got it by now. Hopefully you'll get it within the next day or two. If not, let me know. I was being cheap, so I didn't pay the extra $5 for tracking. So I'm hoping that you get it pretty soon. So I don't know if you guys realize, thank you for the likes, you guys, by the way. The Fitbit app recently, because we were so excited, so many of us have joined Fitbit or purchased a Fitbit because they have the challenges on the Fitbit app. And I even went as far as doing a petition because they took off. So Google purchased Fitbit, and they recently, on the 27th, if some of you guys were on the live when I was on the Manjaro Monday live, and we were talking about potentially doing like a competition with Fitbit and doing a challenge on Fitbit and maybe doing a giveaway for the winner of the challenge or whatnot. And that day, they apparently cut off challenges. And I was like, what? I was so disappointed. And so I was we were all bummed because it really is really, really good motivation, you guys. Like literally being on that, and it kind of holds you accountable. It kind of keeps me mindful of my steps. It kind of keeps me competitive because I see like, man, everyone else is getting so many steps and I'm falling behind, and it kind of makes you want to catch up. And so it really is a great thing. The Fitbit challenges were a great thing because so many people. So I did go on the forums, and of course everyone's upset because everybody feels like it held them accountable. It helped make fitness fun because you were being competitive amongst your friends or whatever. So Olivia did her research very quickly. Thank you, Olivia. And she found an app called Stride Kick. And that app, it's a great tool. Yes, it really is. It keeps you really motivated, Diana. So yes, I completely agree. So we found the app called Stride Kick, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but if you download that app, it actually communicates with the Fitbit. It communicates with a bunch of different stepwatches and stuff, like I guess like Google and stuff. But it'll actually sync with your Fitbit. So you'll be able to get all that information just like you had challenges on Fitbit. This app has challenges also. So this is where Erica, myself, Debbie, I think Olivia, one of our other coworkers, we all got onto this one. And so we're going to wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else joins. That way we can all do the Stride Kick. Yes, Clarissa, Stride. Like, I know I keep wanting to say sidekick because that's what I'm used to. It's Stride Kick, STRIDE kick. Let me see really quick. Hey, Sean, you haven't got on our Stride Kick, and we sent you the link, so I know you got the link. So I'm gonna go on the Play Store really quick, you guys, and try to find it so that y'all can see what it looks like. And so I want to add like Awi to it. There are several other people, Lisa, that had added me on the Fitbit, but now that those challenges are gone, we can hop on this one and help each other out. So this is what it looks like, you guys. See, it says Stride Kick activity. That's what the logo looks like. So if you go and install that Stride Kick, we can find each other by the username or the email or whatever. I know I gotta hop on Stride Kick. Yes, Sean. They have all the challenges just like they did on the Fitbit app. They have they track all your steps. It'll actually sync, so it'll catch the history of your Fitbit. It's not like you're starting at 0, because it'll still take your average or whatever. And they have weekly challenges, monthly, all kinds of stuff. So I haven't gotten to play with it too much, but Debbie was showing me some of the features because her and one of her, I believe, sister-in-law are on a challenge already together. So I was like, oh, well, that's really exciting. Well, I'm gonna go eat, Queen. Love you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, you enjoy your meal. Bye. Thank you for joining us today, Q. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm really excited about going on Stride Kick. Today I've walked Let's see, what have I done today? 6,500 steps. So that's pretty good. I did walk a lot today. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'll download tomorrow. Yay! So yeah, once you guys download it, go into my email, which is CrissyGLifewithme@gmail.com. And that's what my username is on StrideKick. So if you go look for me, I believe my username is CrissyG. And you can find me and then add me that way, or you can just email me your information and I could go in there and look for you. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was so excited when we found an alternative because I was already like, no, that I was so excited about, having a platform where we could, keep up that concept, Thank you, Annie. I appreciate it. So yes, you guys. So I ordered, well, I haven't yet because every time I go to Shein.com to order clothes or whatever, I end up wanting to order a gazillion things, and so I never make up my mind on what to order. I was supposed to place an order today because I wanted to do a haul to do a Shein giveaway since that was part of my giveaways. You guys, if you haven't entered the Sephora giveaway, we're going to do that. I think I said I would announce. I close it on March 31st, but I would announce the winner for that. So if you haven't already gone to go see the Sephora, I do a get ready with me in the morning, and I do Sephora. I'm going to give away a Sephora gift card, so make sure you guys go and do that if you haven't already. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about weight gain. Have you guys gained weight while being on Manjaro? Like, maybe we could meet in OKC for the Bombing Memorial Marathon and do a fast walk jog. Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. I'm all open to like doing things. That would be really neat. So I don't know if it's because I've been extra stressed at work. There's just been a lot going on. If you guys don't know, I'm human resources for a company that has about, at any given time, between production and administrative employees, we have about an average of 140 to 150. And it's just me by myself. And so it gets overwhelming at times, especially when we're short staffed and we've got to like do a lot of hiring. And so I don't know if it's just, because I was always very much a stress eater. So like if I'm feeling stressed out or I'm feeling tired or anxious, like my go-to is to grab a snack and to snack in. And now it's horrible because I'm not even hungry because I'm on the medication, but yet my mind's still like, I just want to snack. And unfortunately, so what Debbie calls chubby choices, right? I've been making some of those, and I consciously know this, and I know that that's why I've been stalled in my weight, because I'm not at all being strict. I'm just maintaining my weight, which is cool because I don't want to forever live a life of dieting to lose more weight. Like I'm okay where I'm at the 183. That being said, like yesterday, I woke up starving, and my hubby's taking it also, and he woke up starving, and so we carpool. So then we stopped and picked up some breakfast tacos. I only got one, he got two. But see, these are the habits that I had back in the day when I was heavier. And although you might think like, well, it's just one breakfast taco, it's not that bad. No, but I usually don't eat at all in the mornings in order to maintain or sustain or not gain weight. I just don't eat anything. I have black coffee and I'm good. So I had a breakfast taco, and then for lunch, I made a big batch of vegetable soup. So that's what I've been eating all week for lunch. So I'll warm me up a bowl, which couldn't have too many calories because I'm literally eating carrots, celery, potato, zucchini, and chayote, which is all low in calories, except maybe the potato, but I didn't put a ton of potatoes in there. So I'm not eating that much potato or whatever. It's mostly vegetables. And then like for dinner today, my hubby made a brisket, and so that's what we've been eating for dinner for like the last 3 nights. So we made brisket sandwiches, but I did go get Chick-fil-A fries, which, see, that's what I mean, right? I should have just been satisfied with the brisket sandwich, but no, my butt had to go get Chick-fil-A fries. So that alone was probably like 400 calories, right? I don't know what a large is, but So those are the choices that I've been making lately that I know I shouldn't. And so I got on the scale this morning and I literally been fluctuating between 183, 184, 183, 184. So I was like, okay, good. I finally got out of that 185. I kicked it to the curb. I've been 183 most mornings. And then boom, this morning I was 186. Like literally one day of eating things that I don't typically eat. One day. And it wasn't even horrible. I mean, it was one breakfast taco, a vegetable soup, and what did I eat for dinner? Oh, yeah, yesterday. So it wasn't today. It was yesterday. It was one breakfast taco, the vegetable soup, and then for dinner, I did eat a salad with like 2 slices of pizza because it was my daughter's birthday. And then boom, like how did I go from at 183.8 to 186 in one morning? I granted that I know it's probably if I do a few days of eating better, it'll go down. But I'm like, geez, Louise. Oh my God, I hate Chick-fil-A fries today. Oh, they make me feel so much better, Clarissa, because I was feeling so guilty for doing it. I was like, I should not. Oh, thanks, Kevs. I appreciate that, love. Can you send me an invite on the? Yes, I will send you. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, Miss. I don't know if it's Tapman, right? I don't want to be mispronouncing it. I will take a screenshot of this, and then that way I can go and add you. Yes, I will add you. Thank you, Kevs. Thank you so much. Okay, you've been on a stall for 2 months, Miss Tapman. Okay, cool. For 2 months. Yeah, I've been pretty, I don't know if I would call it a stall, right? Because I'm maintaining, basically. I know that I'm maintaining. I'm not being as strict as I used to be. So I know that as long as I'm not gaining, I'm okay. Oh my God, you guys, all my animals are going to go crazy all of a sudden. You felt guilty too, Clarissa. Oh, yes, because those are the kind of. So when I was at my heavier weight, the habits that I had back then were like, let's go grab a snack. Let's go get some cheese sticks and a diet cherry limeade from Sonic, or let's go pick up an ice cream. And it was just you don't feel like that's overindulging all the time because for the most part I would never overeat that much, but it was what I was eating. So it wasn't the quantity of food, it was the quality. It wasn't quality food, right? I was eating bad foods. I wasn't eating vegetables and stuff like that. I was eating, a burger and fries for dinner or a steak with mashed potatoes and half a loaf of bread when I would go to Saltgrass. Things like that, right? Which I stopped. When I go strict and I lose weight is when I'm eating the majority of the time healthy, right? Like I'm making good choices. And then when I do things like go buy Chick-fil-A fries, I feel like, what are you doing? Like these are the choices you were doing. These were the mistakes you were making when you were at a heavier weight. So it really puts me down like in that guilt trip. Like you're so happy right now. Like why can't I say no? I'm happy where I'm at. I don't need the Chick-fil-A fries. Like because I'm afraid that right now it's fine, but if I keep making these choices, I'll eventually start gaining weight back, right? So that's why. Hey Thomas, how are you? Hey Sean, thank you for being transparent. It's okay, Crissy, just get back on tomorrow. I have done that before. Yes, my intention is to get back tomorrow, but then tomorrow is Thursday, right? And then here comes Friday, which is my birthday, which I don't have a whole lot. I don't have anything really major planned for my birthday. I don't think I'm gonna even do anything on Friday. If anything, hubby and I were thinking about going to go have dinner on Saturday, but for the most part, Friday should be just pretty normal day. So I don't see myself like overeating or anything like that. But yeah. Weekend now, I am currently 169. Oh, why the crying face? You're still in the 60s. That's the plus side. But I know how difficult it is for you to see that because I know you hit 165 and you were so happy, and now here you are at 169. So I get it. Like it is hard. 168. Let me not add that extra pound in. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you guys. So now that Eric is saying that, I just did a short, not a short. I did a video on my TikTok channel just now that I uploaded a few minutes ago, and it's me in like the background of a doctor's office, and I'm like weighing myself, and I keep like jumping off the scale because like when I weigh myself in the morning, sometimes it's usually in the nude. But if I'm wearing like my undergarments or whatever, like I will literally take them off and reweigh myself because I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna make sure that whatever I weigh is just me, all me. Okay, so I don't need no bras and underwear and clothes. Like, no, it's just gonna be me in the nude, and that's my real weight. Anything else does not count. And so I just did like a little skit of, how it feels when you're at the doctor's office and you're like, hold on, let me take off my shoes really quick. As if that makes a huge difference. But like in my mind, yes, my shoes weigh 5 pounds. So I'm going to take them off. I'm going to upload it to my YouTube in a little bit. But yes, but I went all the way to 173. But you went all the way to 173 and you're back at 168. So that's really good. Oh my God, that's me in the morning, on and off the scale. Yeah, exactly. And then I'll go pee and I'll weigh myself again. Like, okay, let me see how much I lost after I went to go pee. Or poo, whatever happens. Diana says, my clients be wanting to get naked. That's me. Because you guys, I still wear my faja just because I like the way my faja snatches me. And so I usually wear it on a daily basis. But when I know I'm going to go see Dr. Z, I wear the least amount of clothes possible. And I try to wear the same exact outfit so that I know that I'm wearing the same clothes and I'm weighing the same thing. It's not the clothes, what do you call it? It's not the clothes dictating the weight. It's, me. And last time that I went to go see him, I had to wear my faja because I can't remember why. I was wearing my faja. I was wearing jeans. I was wearing my belt. And I told the guy, I was like, hold on, I'm going to take my belt off really quick. I literally took off my belt and took off my shoes and then weighed myself. And I was still like 4 pounds heavier. And so when I went to go see Dr. Z, he's like super disappointed, looking at me like, you gained weight. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. If I would have weighed myself naked, it would have been right. But I'm wearing a lot of clothes right now. And he's like, oh, that's just an excuse. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, he's like, you always weigh in with clothes. And I'm like, yeah, with one dress. Like literally, I wear the same black dress every day to your office. And today I'm wearing jeans. And it was just, yeah, he was not happy that I had fluctuated in my weight. But I'm like, that's why I wish I was naked when I weighed myself. It's a pound. Yes, me too. Same. Yes, back the weight has fluctuated so much this week. It's insane. So see, that's why I'm not like harping on the idea that I'm like, oh my God, I was 186 this morning, because I want to say it was just I haven't really gone to the restroom. So that's like all that food is still just sitting into my stomach, right? So okay, I'm gonna go find Stride now. Gotta find y'all. Yes, go get on there. Yes, leggings, light shirt, and Crocs. Exactly. Isn't that crazy? Like, we're so paranoid about seeing a number that's not a real number that we're like, okay, hold on, let me find the weightest garments I can wear to the doctor's office. Yes, it's insane, but I get it. Like, I thought that little skit was hilarious because I'm like, I feel like so many of us are like that, because every time I go to a doctor's office and I'm in the waiting room and people go weigh themselves, like the first thing they do is slip off them shoes. And so I'm like, yes, I get it. Like, I get why we do that. So yes, we've got that going. We've got that Stride app going, which I'm really excited about. So if you guys haven't looked for it or whatever, it's super easy. It'll sync to your Fitbit, and we're good to go on that. What else is going on this week? I'm exhausted, you guys. We be dropping the keys, phone purse. Exactly. So that's what I did in my video. I'm like, oh, hold on. Let me take off my jewelry, because all this weighs. When you put it all together, it's gonna be like another pound. So like, I get it. I literally will take off my shoes, my belt, if I'm wearing a belt. If I'm wearing a blazer, I'll take off the blazer. Like, anything that I can take off without being naked is gonna come off. When I have my hoops. Yeah, exactly. That's too funny. I'm so glad that like so many of us are secretly so much alike and we do so many of the same things. It's crazy. So I have a question for you guys, off topic, but I don't know if you guys are working in like really progressive companies or not. The company I work for is kind of traditional. We're a production based company, and so we're very like strict on our production employees as far as like their schedules and their attendance and all that good stuff. And we're trying to find ways to be a more progressive company, like what are things that entice people to come work for a company, like benefits is obviously one, the hours, the schedule, stuff like that. Like, Are any of you working in a place where you feel like really content, really happy, or, maybe worked at some point at a place where you were like, wow, like this is really like helpful for, people who work. And then today on the news, they announced that Houston was the worst city in the country to work in as far as stress level because of the traffic, because of the, I guess, the size of the city, the amount of people in the city. So I was like, oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense. It is a stressful place to work in. Everything counts on the scale. Yes, girl, yes. Benefits, flexibility, and team environment. That's what I'm struggling with is the flexibility. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm watching myself here because this is where I'm reading the comments from. And them roots, oh my lord, they look horrible on the camera. So I apologize. Um, Work from home. Yes, Kev, I would love to be able to work from home. We do have a lot of opportunities to work from home, just not at our site. So at corporate level, a lot of them do get to work from home multiple days a week. So they get to work, from home maybe 2 or 3 days a week and then go to the office 2 days. Unfortunately, where I'm at, I was told I could have the flexibility, but I haven't yet. There's just always so much going on at the site, and the majority of my employees are on site all the time, and so I'm where the action is. And yeah, but working from home would really be awesome. Do you really want to work from home? I've never been able to, but I would. I love working from home. I know you guys keep telling me that. I think I would love it. I honestly, the few times that I have got to do it, because like I get to work from home occasionally when I have like certain classes or something that I have to take, like Zoom classes or whatever, and I have to work from home because if I'm at the site, like it's just nonstop in my office. But I've liked it. I feel like I'm very much more productive because I don't have that constant like walking in and out of my office. So we are always hiring, and the Aging and Disability Office is always hiring too. Oh my goodness, are you in Houston, Clarissa? Diana says my former workplace that I retired from once I hit 20 years used to have health and wellness activities and challenges. I would love to be able to do that, but I work with the majority of our employees are men. A lot of them are really older men, like, and they want nothing to do but to go home when that clock hits because they're on their feet all day, and so they want nothing to do with extra activities. Um, and it says, and we used to reward the employees for completing various fitness and wellness activities. Yeah, that's really awesome. We do too, but we, like I said, we don't really have a lot of participation in that. We used to create teams and brought a ton of teamwork in the workplace. Yes, I love working from home. Sydney says, important things, time off, PTO. So I think we have a great PTO plan. That I do think. We get 4 personal days and about 3 weeks of PTO when that accrue within your first year there. Um, Flexible schedules, what I really wish we could have. At the admin have flexible schedules, but my production crew doesn't have very flexible schedules. My username on Miss Tetman, I'm gonna have to look it up because it's under my email. It's under my Crissy G email. So I think you could search someone by email. So it would be CrissyGLifewithme@gmail.com. I know that for sure. If you search me with that, you should be able to find me. I think I did Crissy G, but with the C, Crissy, and then Gee, because it wouldn't let me do just Crissy G. Somebody had already taken that. So that's what I think my username is. CRISSYGEE. Like Crissy G. um, Let me see. Miami traffic. I heard Miami was one of those cities that are really, really congested because of all the tourism and stuff. So I can just imagine. Kev says, Thomas, I feel you. I'm also from South Florida. No way I'll travel an hour to go to Miami. Oh my gosh, you guys, we should totally do a get together in Miami. Who's down to go to Miami so we can all meet and go do some fun stuff? My job is all over the state. HHSC, the Health and Human Service Eligibility Office. Oh, how cool, Clarissa. But I'm in the Rio Grande. Oh, cool. What part of the Rio Grande? I used to have a house in Harlingen. Maternity and paternity leave. So we actually, because we pay short-term disability, and this is like a awesome thing. And this is what I try to tell my employees, like, we have really great benefits. I've worked at a lot of different companies in Houston. We pay for short-term and we pay for long-term disability 100%. And you're eligible for that 90 days after employment. We start your benefits start 30 days after employment. And so that's pretty quick too, because most companies make you wait 60 days. And then like our 401k, they match 75%. And so we pay for life insurance. So yeah, I think we have the 3 weeks of PTO time plus 4 days personal plus 9 paid holidays. So we already give a ton of time off. Let me see. Please help the channel grow. Oh, thank you, Kevs. I appreciate you so much, love. I appreciate all that support. And so yes, with the maternity leave, we do. I mean, paternity leave is almost expected at because FMLA would cover paternity leave. So if you've been employed at any company for 12 months or more, you automatically can take paternity leave. The difference is that if your company, if you don't have short-term disability, I believe is what it is, you would go unpaid. So the maternity leave will go paid because obviously your short-term disability would pick up your maternity leave because you're out on a medical leave. But for dads, it's a little bit different. You have job protection, so you be able to go 12 weeks on paternity leave without your job being able to terminate you. And this is federal law, so everybody's the same. So if you say you want to be home to bond with your newborn baby, your employer has to allow 12 weeks of paternity leave. That's unheard of. That's great. Celine says, wow, those are great benefits. Most employers don't pay for short-term or long-term. Yes, that is right, Selena. Most employers don't pay for it or maybe don't even offer it. I've worked at many companies that didn't even offer disability at all. So, and not only do we pay for your short-term disability, but we pay you 100% of your income while you're on short-term disability. So if you're used to bringing home $600 a week, then $600 a week is what we pay you while you're out on short term. So I think that's great because some companies start like short term disability at 70%, and then once you switch over to long term, they go to like a 50%. We pay 100% of your short term pay, and then your long term is like 70%. So it's really great, and it comes in handy. And a lot of people do take it, take the opportunity to use it when they need it. Exactly, yeah. So yes, you guys. So how about, what was I going to tell you guys to leave in the comments today? I was like, I need to tell everybody to leave it in the comments because so many people do go to your comments, you guys. I go back to some of the videos sometimes to like look over the comments to see what people suggest and all that good stuff while we're on our journeys. And it is unbelievable how much people chat with each other. What was it going to be? So tomorrow is shot day. Debbie's not on here. I haven't seen her jump on here. We're supposed to give each other the shot, and she wanted to do it live. So I don't know if we'll go live or not tomorrow during lunch. I'm gonna have to text her in a minute and be like, don't forget to take your shot with you, because she was supposed to inject her arm, or I'm gonna do her arm and she's gonna do my arm, which I'm like freaking out about. But we're supposed to test the theory of, are we gonna lose more weight this week because we're injecting each other in the arm? Yes. That's rare, 100%. They don't do that anymore. Yes. Thursday is my shot day too. Yay! Are you gonna try doing it in your arm, Thomas? I'm curious to know. I did get to see some people were like, oh, that's not true. I do it in my arm and I don't lose any more. But then a lot of people did say, I did it in my arm and I lost more. So I'm curious to see, especially right now that I haven't really been able to lose weight in a while. I want to see if the arm thing is going to work or not. Oh, so this is what I wanted you guys to leave in the comments, because this is something that I feel that we talk about all the time. And I feel it's something that is miscommunicated all the time. And I know my OGs in here can attest to the whole theory of titrating, taking your time to titrate. So what I commented on a video on YouTube a while back, that was speaking on Manjaro, and I don't know how I came across. I saw so many people reply to my comment, and I had no idea because I didn't get the notifications for that. I just happened to get one notification, and I went to go see what they commented on, and I was like, oh, they commented on something on somebody else's platform video. And people were like telling each other that they needed to titrate every 4 weeks, and that if they weren't titrating every 4 weeks, their doctor was making a mistake. And that couldn't be more far from the truth, because I think there's a misconception, because there's a guideline, right? So Manjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, all these medications have a guideline that tell you you could titrate every 4 weeks, and that's correct. Um, but it's just a guideline. It's not the end all be all of rules. Your doctor will determine based on how much you're losing, how quickly you're losing it, and what your discomfort level is as far as hunger and all that, if you need to titrate. And so I fell into that trap early on, because not a lot of people were on this medication. So not a lot of people knew exactly what it was, right? We were just going based off what the doctors were telling you, what the literature said, which the literature says you can titrate every 4 weeks. Well, yes, you can, but there isn't a necessity to do so. And so I fell in that same trap in the beginning, where I felt like the higher the dose, the more I'm going to lose, the better the hunger is going to be. And so I was like waiting, like itching for that 4 weeks to hit so that I can go up the next level. And when my doctor said no, that first month of being on 2.5, and then here I go, on my 5th week, and he's like, oh no, we're going to keep you on 2.5 because you lost 10 pounds this month. And I was like, he caught me by surprise. I was upset, because I was like, no, I need to go up to the 5, because I don't know any better. I'm not a doctor. I didn't study for it. All I do is read, and the literature on Manjaro.com was telling me to go up a dose every 4 weeks. And so then that's when my doctor was like, look, just because I move you up isn't going to make you lose any faster. You're losing it really fast. 10 pounds a month is a really good thing. He's like, but you're still losing weight. He's like, so I'm going to give you another month of 2.5. If you don't lose weight on that month on the 2.5, then I'll bump you. And so my weight did slow down that second month. I can't remember exactly what I lost without going back to research it. But and so that's what I want to tell the newcomers, people who are just starting their medication, all the people who tell me, oh, I'm taking my first week, or I get my medication next week, or whatever it may be. Like, and I wanted you guys to leave it in the comments, your experience in titrating, because so many of you have told me, no, you're right. You don't have to titrate, because your body starts building that resistance, and the faster you get to the higher doses, the faster you're going to get to that plateau where you're not going to lose anymore, because your body's now used to the highest dose of the medication. So I think that people should really take that out of the picture, and not go into that mindset of I need to titrate every 4 weeks. Let me see. Let me go catch up on the comments here. Oh, Miss Chapman says my birthday was March 21st, the big 50. Yay! Happy birthday, beautiful. How exciting. What did you do special for your 50th birthday? That's such a milestone birthday. Diana says, could we possibly do the arm injections ourselves? So you could, because I see people do arm injections on their own all the time, especially like on TikTok. Like they'll be in their car and literally be doing a video and like just pop an injection. Sean here, she's a nurse, and she sent us a link to a video where the doctor is doing it for the patient. So they show you where you're supposed to do it on the back of your arm. That one's going to be hard for you to do, right? Because I couldn't do it, no matter how I try. Somebody said to do it this way, but Sean said don't do it that way. So according to the doctor, you need assistance for somebody to give you the shot. But I mean, yeah, I see people like literally doing this in the car sometimes. So I wouldn't condone to say yes or no. It'd be something, your choice, right? After you do your research or whatnot. Thomas says, I used to do my arm on Trulicity, but now I do it in my stomach. Yeah, I've always done it in my stomach. Like I literally did it in my thigh once, and somebody's like, you probably did it in the wrong spot. Maybe so, but this is why I like doing the stomach, because I know exactly where I need to inject it in my abdomen, and most of the time it doesn't hurt. Somebody said that if you hit a stretch mark, that's when it hurts. So now I'm going to be conscious of trying to inject between the stretch marks, because I've got many. So yes. Kev says arms does do a difference. Changed my injection to my arms about 3 months ago. It's when MJ started to work. Wow. I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing that. I'm really hoping that this is true and that it's going to work for me. Oh, Selena, thank you. She said, happy birthday, Miss Tapman. Yes. Rodella said, my doctor said the same thing and kept me on the 2.5. I was reading too and was like, oh no, I'm supposed to be increased. Exactly. I had a party at Margaritaville. Yay! How exciting! I'm not gonna have a party this year because I'm not having a milestone birthday, but I'm hoping next year I will. Kendall says best wishes and a happy birthday on Friday. Oh, thank you so much, Kendall. Sean says stomach for me. Um, skin is thinner on stretch marks. Is that what it is? That why it's painful? Because I will tell you that sometimes I feel absolutely nothing, like I did in the beginning, like zero pain. And then there's days where I'm like, oh my God, like I could feel the pinch of the needle going in, and then I can feel the medication stinging the whole time. And until, I hear that second click, I feel the release or whatever. And I didn't know why. I was like, I just don't understand. That's probably what it is that I'm hitting the. They also say not to like touch that area too much because your nerves start to, detect sensation and they'll start like waking up. Is anyone on the oral birth control? Did you keep the same medication while on Manjaro or changed it? Um, I'm not on birth control, but my doctor was very stern about if I was planning to get pregnant or if I was on birth control, because they definitely do not want you to become pregnant while on the medication, because there isn't enough studies as far as birth defects if one becomes pregnant. April 1 makes 1 year on semaglutide compounded, and I'm still not at the max dose, down 80 pounds. Oh my God, Lisa, guess what? April 1 makes 1 year for me also. So I am definitely going to talk about my 1 year experience. I was thinking about doing it today, but then I was like, no, I gotta go live. So I will probably record that video tomorrow. So I'll probably try to do my makeup a little cuter since I'm gonna do a video, but yes, I want to talk about being a year because I was on semaglutide for 3 months and then I spent the rest of the time, the 9 months, on the tirzepatide. I never made it higher than the 10 milligram. So, and I lost 60 pounds on the 10 milligram. Well, I only got to titrate in all that time to the 10 milligram, but I lost a total of 60. So, yes. um, Only reason I went up in dose was because of the shortages in my area. I would have preferred to stay on 5 or even 7.5. So I will say that that's good. I'm hoping that people realize and convince themselves and not feel cheated because they don't move up that quickly, because I feel like that's what it is, right? You feel cheated. You feel like you're not going to have the same success everyone else is having if you're not being titrated every 4 weeks. But for those of us who've been on the medication long enough, know that that's not true. I will say that when you get used to, because I spent 3 months on the 10 milligram, I believe. And so when I got knocked back down to the 7.5, I will say that the hunger is a little bit stronger going back down because your body got used to that higher dose. And I feel like going back down is the reason why I get a little bit hungrier. But like I said, it has a lot to do with the choices that you make as far as your, dietary choices. Because even though I've increased the exercise, I mean, you guys see it. I've been biking, I go rollerblading. I went rollerblading yesterday. I've been increasing my steps. I've been walking a lot more often because the weather's getting nicer here in Houston, and so I've been able to walk way more often. And even adding all the extra movement, I'm still not losing anything. I'm just maintaining. So it definitely for me is like 90% what I eat and 10% what I do. So yes. Um so yes, you guys, please, please, please leave it in the comments how quickly you titrated and if you lost any more when you went up a dose, because I think for a lot of us we didn't lose any more because we went up a dose. We need to do a skating party. I know you mentioned, I think you mentioned doing the roller rink at the Discovery Green. And I told the girls about it today. I was like, hey, would you guys be like interested, the girls at the office? I'm like, would y'all be interested in like maybe meeting up one evening to go do roller skating at this, oh, excuse me, you guys, at Discovery Green? And they were totally down for it. Olivia said she would totally do it. Debbie said she would do it. I'm pretty sure my cousin Erica would do it if we got together and set a date. So yes, for sure. I don't mind doing that at all. I think it's fun. And you're incorporating fitness, and so that's always a win. Thomas says, I'm finishing my third month on 5 milligram and will remain on it at least 3 more months. So that's Debbie. Debbie was told by her doctor, like, you're gonna be on the 5 milligram for 6 months. And so yeah, so that's what I mean. Like a lot of people are, because people are like, no, your doctor should be titrating you. No, they shouldn't. Like everybody's plan is going to be different. Erica only made it to the 5 milligram and she managed to lose 100 pounds. So yeah. Hey Pam, oh my goodness, it's so good to see you in the comments, babe. Thank you so much for joining us. So Thomas, tell me how much you lost in those 3 months being on the 5 milligram. And do you feel like you got cheated because you got put on the 5 milligram so long? Do you feel like you would have lost more had you titrated up sooner? Because I think that's what it is for most people. They feel like they're going to get stalled or they're not going to lose as fast if they don't titrate every 4 weeks. The longest I stayed on was the 10 milligram, and now I had 3 months of the 7.5 because Dr. Z wants to see how, if I'm able to maintain my weight. And so he's supposed to bump me down. That's even if I am able to get it next month, because I know my insurance does cover it. So we'll see what happens. I still have about 2 months left on the on the 7.5. It's so good to see you in the comments, Pam. How are you doing? I've lost 15 pounds, but 6 inches off my waist. Isn't that crazy? So I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys because I had to add another hole to my belt. So even though I've been stalled at the 186, I feel like I'm losing inches in my waist because I'll show you right now. And I'm wearing my faja, you guys, so I'm not naked from the waist down. So this is my belt that you guys have seen a number of times in my videos or whatever. And I will show you that I used to wear it on the third hole, which is right here. And look how huge this thing is. I can't even, I'm like, good Lord, I used to be that big around my waist. Like, I thought I was thin then. When I bought this belt, I felt good about myself. Like, I felt, I didn't feel like I was big, but now I'm like, good Lord, that is a huge, huge difference. So look at all the holes that I've added to this belt, you guys. This is the one I added this morning because even at the tightest, that means the last time I wore this belt, it was here and I hadn't wore it in a couple of months because it fit me too loose. So even if I show you guys that setting where I had it, look how much of a difference that is. That's why I hadn't really worn the belt, because I wear things around my waist, like my jeans are all high-waisted and stuff. And so even at the smallest setting that I probably did that setting 3 months ago. Yeah, that didn't fit anymore. So we added another hole this morning, and even that hole, like each hole is about an inch off, and even that hole is still too big. Like we really should have added one more to make it like fit me like it should, like tight. But isn't that crazy? I mean, look, I refuse to get rid of the belt because they're too pricey, but I keep having to add holes. Pretty soon it's going to make, well, no, I don't plan to lose that much more weight. But yeah, so this is where I started, you guys. And each one of these is about an inch apart. So look at that. Isn't that crazy? How many inches? That's insane to me. So yeah, those are the non-scale victories. And that's why I always tell you guys to measure yourselves or whatever, because sometimes you don't realize, like, I can't even imagine that I was that big around. Like, I was feeling good back then when I was wearing this belt at that size. Like, it doesn't look that big to me. Well, yeah, it is kind of big. Can't lie. But back then, I thought I thought I looked good. Like, I didn't think I looked huge. And now I'm like, good Lord. That is, yeah, pretty big. I need to measure it, see how much this is much smaller first. Yeah. Anyways, so that was that. Sorry about that, you guys. Me and my shenanigans. Completely snatched. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Time to get another belt. I know, but I don't want to invest in another belt. Donzi. Hey, Donzi. Looking awesome. Thank you so much, love. Pam says, I went to the doctor yesterday and I've lost a total of 55 pounds. Congratulations, Pam. That's awesome. I am so happy for you. How does it feel to hit that? That is such a milestone. Like 50 pounds is such a milestone. So congratulations to you. Sean says on MJ since 11/22 was on the 2.5 for 2 months, 5 for 2 months, discontinued for a month, went down to 2.5 on the 4th month and staying 2.5, lost 35 pounds and counting. So congratulations to you, babe, because that is an extreme amount of weight. 35 pounds is such a good amount of weight and significant because you're on the 2.5 and you haven't really titrated. You were on the 5 for 2 months, but still you managed to lose that much weight, majority of the time being spent on the 2.5. So you're a perfect example of how it's possible without having to titrate to the higher doses. How many inches did you lose after the lipo? So my waist was about 38 inches prior to the liposuction this time around. And the last time I measured my waist, I was at 34 and a half, but I haven't measured it in maybe 2 months now, 3 months. It's probably been about 3 or 4 months that I've not measured it. So I'm interested to know because yes, like Debbie and I were laughing the other day because she was like, I don't understand how you're wearing a size 8 and I was wearing a size 8, but Debbie's probably really like a size 4 or 6 now, maybe like a 4. She's tiny. And she's like, I don't understand how you, but we're proportioned differently. So my waist is the way, my waist to hip ratio is way off because of the surgeries that I've had. So that's why that happens. So I don't know. I'll have to remeasure myself, you guys, and I'll let you know. Diana says it's so hard to figure this out. So many lose more when they're on a lower dose, but yet what science tells you is that the higher dose is the more you can lose. Exactly. And for so many people, and I've had people like come on the comments and argue, and they're like, no, you don't understand. The most scientifically proven that people lose the most weight on the higher doses. And I get that. But I don't know if those are people who are trying, because you have to think also, like, I personally know a few people that are on Ozempic, that are on Wegovy, Manjaro, and they don't change their dietary habits. And they literally will be like, because they are not on these medications for weight loss. They're on these medications for diabetes. So a lot of diabetics don't feel like they have to change their dietary habits, especially when they start taking a medication that regulates their blood sugar for them. And so they start to feel like, well, I'm taking the medication and it's regulating my A1C and my blood sugar levels, but they're not concerned about their weight. And so that's why I personally know a lot of diabetics who are not losing weight on these medications, or they'll tell me, yeah, I lost 10 pounds, but then that was it. And I'm like, they have no regard or no concern about their weight. And so that's why I say, like, for those of us who are concerned about our weight, who some of us are diabetic, and so we're concerned both about our sugar levels, our A1Cs, and the weight loss portion of it, right? We're making more conscious decisions to make sure that we're making better choices versus someone who's diabetic who doesn't care about losing weight. They're pretty much eating what they want still. And some of them say, I know that I used to be able to eat, way more than I'm eating now, but I still eat it because I know that I can. So it's like they disregard that sense of fullness that we're paying attention to and we're so conscious about, because we are like, no, I'm full, I need to stop. Like, I know that if I'm satisfied, I've got to stop. And I think that's the big difference. So not necessarily are people going to jump on this medication and like start losing weight. Like, you have to make a conscious effort to lose the weight. So I just feel like that's the what do you call it? The meat and potatoes of it. Ready to start the 10 milligram. Thank you, Sean. She says, stuck at my weight at 149. Hi, BJ. It's so good to see you on here, love. Thank you for joining us tonight. Belle says, what am I doing wrong? Help. You're stuck at, how long have you been stuck at 149, Belle? Clarissa says, exactly. I lost the most on the 0.50 of Ozempic and hardly any on MJ, and I'm on the 7.5, which is technically higher than the 5 on Ozempic. Belle, drink tons of water. Thank you, Pam, for sharing that. Sandra says, Belle, is that even overweight or obese? Just asking. I'm 250. So, Sandra, it can be overweight for someone who, I don't know Belle's stats or whatnot, but if you're 5 foot, 5 foot nothing, 5 foot one, our ideal weight is 118, 120, I don't know, 125 maybe. And so anything over that would be considered obese, because there's just obese, and then there's what, like severe obesity, and then like morbid obesity. So I don't know, it just depends. Because yeah, 149 for someone who's 6'1" probably wouldn't be obese, but if you're 4'9", then it would be considered obese. Because I know my ideal weight's like 125 or something. But then we also don't know where she started, because if she started at 200 pounds and now she's 149 and she's stuck there, then so it really depends on your stats. Larissa says, yes, 5 foot is about 125. Yeah. Sandra says, I'm 5'10". Oh my goodness. Belle says, I'm 4'11". So see? So yeah, 149 would be considered obese probably. Let's see. Diana says, no way, exactly. We pay attention to the fullness. Exactly. Sean says, the clinical trials emphasize titrating up for more weight loss. That's why everyone is so hyped up about increasing. Exactly. So the literature says that. That's why we're all like, no, 4 weeks. Like it says in 4 weeks, I should go to the 5 milligram. But like I said, your doctor would, be the best suited to make that decision with you. Never an easy way out. Like I've heard so many people say that really annoys me. Exactly. It's not easy. You still have to put effort. It's not like the fat's just melting off of you. Sandra says I'm 5'10". Buddy said yes. Okay, I've read those already. I'm hoping to get back on Manjaro soon. Does anyone know if the shortage was resolved? I'm on Trulicity. I hate it. Why do you hate it? I'm curious to know why you hate the Trulicity. My mom was on Trulicity for a long time, and she was getting some of the really bad side effects that Trulicity has. So she was so happy to come off of it, and she has lost 60 pounds since she got on Manjaro, which is crazy. Like she already surpassed me. Sandra says, dang, I'm a giant. So Olivia at our office, I think she's like 5 foot, what is she, 5'8", 9? I'm not even sure, but she always feels like a gigantor next to us because we're all 5'2" in the office. Whammy says, gosh, I really hate the word obese. It should be banned. I know. How do you think I felt when I went to go look at this freaking BMI chart and it said I was severe morbid obese? And so when I would tell people, like when I was weighing my 240 pounds, and I didn't realize I looked like a little mini football player, but when I would hear them talking about, oh, blah, 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 football player, 6'1", 240 pounds. And I'd be like, oh my God, like these guys look huge on TV. And I weigh what a 6'1" man weighs. Like what? And so that's when I'm like, I know I'm a gigantor. I just don't see it. But yes, when I saw that I was morbid obese, and I would tell people because they'd be like, you're not that fat. You're not that fat. Like that's what people would always tell me. You're not that fat. And I'd be like, you don't understand. In the books, it says I'm morbidly obese, and they're imagining a morbid obese person being 600 plus pounds. But no, if you go to the books, like literally, I was morbidly obese. So yeah, that's always a fun conversation. Yes, resolved Jen at Pam. Interesting. I'm going to go have to try the bananas. What are we talking about? What did I miss about bananas? Oh my God, you guys. Okay, I see this. Y'all, this is crazy, but when I'm stuck, I eat 2 bananas at night and the weight starts falling off. What? Seriously? So we're all eating bananas before bed now? I'm going to have to try bananas. That is crazy. So I'm always scared. I love bananas, you guys. Absolutely love bananas. It's one of the fruits that are so convenient. They're easy. They're on the go. And I have a fear of eating bananas because society has told us bananas are horrible because they're fattening and they have so much sugar. And so I'll enjoy a banana every once in a while, but like I try not to eat them often because I'm always mortified that it has a lot of sugars and I shouldn't eat it. But I'm really going to look into this whole banana thing. Jen says stomach pain and constipation is the worst on Trulicity. Oh my goodness. Well, the constipation does not get any better on Manjaro. I've been constipated for a year now. Literally, like I can't believe that it's been a year and I've suffered constipation the entire year. Literally. I'm losing weight, but way slower than on Manjaro. Did you give yourself a shot in the arm? No, Donzi, we're gonna do the shot thing tomorrow. So I have to text Debbie. And what time is it? She's probably asleep already. I've got to text Debbie and let her know not to forget her shot. I'll probably text her in the morning. Um, love them, but they put weight on me. You love what, Sean? Bananas? But they put weight. Is that what we're talking about? Belle says I dislike bananas. I love bananas. I'm on Manjaro 7.5 right now, but I'm stuck. I normally inject in the stomach. I'll eat them for 5 nights straight and can lose 10 pounds. Good Lord. I mean, Pam has lost 50 pounds, so she knows what she's talking about. That's good, though. That means that it works for your body. I don't mind trying new things. It's always like being scared of gaining the weight or whatever, but I'll definitely look into that. I mean, I love bananas. I'm on 7.5 and I'm worried about everyone saying it's on a shortage and they can't get it. I thought that they had fixed the whole shortage situation because Manjaro or Eli Lilly came out and said that the shortage should be done. They ramped up production. They're even opening another plant so that they can start mass producing Ozempic, Wegovy, and Manjaro. No, not Ozempic and Wegovy because that's Norvo Disc or whatever. But they were gonna ramp up making Manjaro and what else did they say? It's probably because they're gonna come out with the weight loss version of Manjaro soon. So they were opening a second facility. Let's see. Sean says my nutritionist said to eat a banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter. Yum! Banana and peanut butter is always so good. Sean says yes, bananas. Amazon has 7.5. Thank you for sharing that, Thomas. You know how people be gatekeeping because they don't want nobody to run to their pharmacy and to go. I never did. I always shared where I got my supply. I can't get my 7.5 till April 10th. Yes, Pam, you did mention that last time. Did you talk to your doctor about maybe potentially titrating you up to the 10? But I mean, if you're losing weight still, I wouldn't stress about it. You know, you're doing really well so far, even if you just kind of stall for the next week or so. Once you get your 7.5, you'll be back on track. BJ says new plant being opened in North Carolina for Manjaro. Yes, so see, I did hear that they were opening a new plant. Sean says yes, the shortage is supposed to be fixed. I haven't had any issues. For the most part, a lot of people, and I think maybe in the bigger cities, like I never had any issues. I had one instance where it was delayed for a week, but that was it. After that, I did. So that's why when people come at me and they're like, oh, yeah, you're the reason why there's a shortage. And I'm like, first of all, I am not the one reason why there is a shortage. It's because Eli Lilly couldn't keep up with production. I'm like, but second of all, like, we're in the same city. Like, why are you having issues? Like, call another pharmacy. In Houston, we must have freaking like 5 pharmacies per square mile. Like literally just on my block, there's 3, 4, 5 because Target has a pharmacy, HEB has a pharmacy. I have like 2 Walgreens, 2 CVS's, all within like a 3-mile radius. So there's like so many places that can dispense it. So like if one doesn't have it, call the other place. Did anyone notice better hunger control bumping up to the 10? I did. I think I was the most comfortable on the 10 milligram. I didn't feel that hungry. Like now that I'm back on the 7.5, oh my God. Like shot day really should be Friday, but me and Debbie, I'm going to do it tomorrow. But like yesterday and today, I've been so hungry. Denise says, okay, I read that. Lisa says, if you eat bananas more on the green side, higher in fiber content, The more ripe they are, the higher the sugar. Well, that would make sense why I don't like green bananas. I like them when they're like not too ripe, but like they just turned a perfect yellow. And so they're still creamy, but not like mushy. I don't like when they've gotten too ripe where they're mushy already. And I don't like them green because for me, when I eat bananas, when they're on the greener side, they tend to have like a bitter taste, or like a, my mouth always feels weird when I eat bananas and they're not ripened yet, like when they're still in the green mode. So yeah, that could. I'm late, but I'm here. Yay! So happy, so good to have you in the comments, my love. Um, Sean says banana bread with peanut butter, so good. Bananas peanut is so good. Um, are we talking like good old homemade banana bread, like unhealthy banana bread? My daughter has been making homemade banana bread. For one, it makes my house smell like heaven. But for two, I'm like, can you cut it out? Like, you know how tempting it is to want to eat a slice of homemade banana bread when your house smells like heaven? Let me see, where am I at? Donzi says, does Manjaro coupon run out in 1 year or the new year 2024? I don't know, Donzi. I haven't looked at the coupon, but anyone in the comments know if the coupon has been extended or if it's still cut off on the 2023 mark? Belle says, so is it normal to feel hungry? I'm on the, yes, it is. Thank you for asking that question, because that is also a misconception that people have, that you do not feel hunger on Manjaro or Wegovy or Ozempic. Yes, you do feel hunger, and yes, it's very normal. You're never going to not be hungry 100% of the time. And there are a few unicorns out there who, and by that I mean special people, that feel no hunger, feel like they can't eat anything, and will vomit if they do eat or drink anything. And that's few and far between. I don't get a ton of people telling me that they get sick or that they can't eat anything. For the most part, most people just feel a hunger suppression. But some people will even say, and this is, you have people on like both ends of the spectrum, right? You have the people who are like, oh my god, it's scary, I couldn't eat anything. I think Donzi, you talked about how when you hit that, was it 12, you like did not want to eat anything, like you just always felt so full. So you have people on that end where they feel like they can't eat anything, they just don't want to. And then you have people on the other end who are like, I don't feel anything, I'm still hungry, I can still eat, it hasn't helped me not eat, like I'm still, I don't feel any different. And then you have people like me, which is, I think, is the majority of people who feel the hunger suppression, especially just after injection. Like I can literally take my injection, and that same day the hunger suppression kicks in. And for the next 2 or 3 days, I don't really get hungry. I eat because it's habit and because I know that I need to eat, but it's not because I'm like starving. But then, like, once I get to day 4, 5, and 6, that's when I'm like, okay, I can tell it's wearing off because the hunger's coming back a little bit more. And then usually like right before injection, I'm starving. Like that entire day, I'm starving. Like I'm just hungry. I wake up hungry. If I don't eat anything for lunch, I get hungry. And if I'm not eating by dinner, I'm hungry. It's not the same as when I'm not on the medication, and it still helps that I'm on the medication. But yeah, you will feel hungry. So that's completely normal. That's not going to stop unless they put you on an additional medication. Like my doctor wanted me to take phentermine alongside Manjaro to help, with that hunger. So he tells me take the Manjaro, but then also take phentermine, which, you know what, I have some. Maybe I need to start taking them and see if that helps me. I just don't like taking phentermine because it makes my scalp tingle and it makes my heart beat a little bit fast. And, sometimes that makes me nervous, especially like, I'm getting a little older. When I was 20 taking it, I didn't care, but now I'm like, I don't know if I want to feel that way. So, but yes. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off? Jasmine says, my dietitian has me eating one small banana and a half or a large per day. Oh, wow. A spoonful of peanut butter will move the weight on me also. Good Lord, Pam, you get all the good stuff. You get to lose weight while eating peanut butter and bananas. Clarissa says, off topic really quickly. What's the Azteca Market called in Houston? That's what it's called, Azteca Market. The one it's Azteca Market, and it's on, just look, Google Emiliano's, because it used to be the Emiliano Sports Bar and they switched it. I just went this last weekend And I was going to upload a video. I'm still editing it because I went to the market and I went and bought all the fresh vegetables. I went and bought carrots and zucchini, squash, and celery. Like I bought everything in the market. And then I came back home and made a big pot of vegetable soup with it. And it was so delicious. I'm almost done with it. I did almost manage to eat the whole pot. So yeah, it's called Azteca Market. It's in Houston. It's the only one. It should be the only one. If you follow me on my TikTok, which I think you do, Clarissa, I posted about it. I went to go eat a corn and a cup there, and so I posted the location and everything. And they have like a TikTok page and an Instagram page, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yes, homemade. My coupon runs out in December. Yeah, my mom's got that one. She said hers is good till December. Sandra says original coupon runs out at the end of June. Okay, that's what I had heard, which I have the original coupon. Get her almond flour to make it with. Oh yeah, that I think I do have almond flour because every time I try to go on like these keto kicks and stuff like that, I start switching my flour choices. Cheese helps with hunger. Yes, and I don't know why, but so many of us are like extremely addicted to cheese, which does not help constipation though, because y'all know cheese be constipating people. Loveliest says, my doctor said December 2023 or 24 refills, whichever comes first. Tom says, I only feel hungry the day before my shot. Yeah, that's when I feel the hungriest. Like literally my body knows, okay, tomorrow is shot day because I'm going to be starving you all day today. So it's so true. Sandra says my coupon is 12 fills or June 2023. Yeah, I think I had that same coupon. Donzi says I felt that way on the 12.5. I couldn't eat, very nauseated. Yes, see, so but you're fine on the, what are you on now? The 10 milligram? Gladys says, or banana oat muffins. That sounds so good. With banana applesauce and oats. I see people making, it's not like a overnight oats. They like actually liquefy the oatmeal and like add fruits to it, and it looks so good. But I feel like if I add all these things to my diet, like I'm gonna start gaining because I eat very little to maintain. Like literally when I maintain the best is when I eat like black coffee with, I've been addicted to the turkey sausages from Jimmy Dean, the little turkey links, because you can eat 3 of the links for 140 calories. So like that'll literally be my breakfast when on the days I don't want to fast. I will have a cup of black coffee or my low calorie iced coffee with the 3 links. And then for lunch, I'll have something really light. Like right now, I've been having my vegetable soup. And then I feel like if I add like oats and stuff like that, like I'm going to gain the weight. Like I'm mortified about that. Tracy says, I am one of those people that can barely eat on the 7.5. I've been nauseous most of the time. So see, that's crazy how it affects people so much differently because the 7.5 is basic to me. Like it's nor there nor here. Like I get hungry occasionally. It doesn't stop me from overeating because if I want to overeat, I can. Whereas on the 10 milligram, I'd be like, okay, I cannot eat. And my husband would be like, what do you mean you can't eat? Like all you had was one slice of pizza, and I'm like, yeah, you don't understand that, but like I'm like super full. And on the 7.5, I can eat just fine. I have to really control myself. I was wondering about alcohol. My doctor scared me into not drinking. Okay, Denise. So on that, the reason why alcohol can be tricky while you're on Manjaro is for one, because you obviously can't eat the same, right? And so anytime you're on a medication, they don't want you drinking. But for two, medications like Manjaro, Ozempic, and Wegovy can affect the pancreas. And what happens when you drink alcohol? It affects the pancreas. And so they don't want you to now, on top of already, teasing your pancreas with Manjaro, now you're going to add alcohol to the mix. And so I think that's why doctors don't want to condone you drinking alcohol because of the effects it could have on your pancreas. Now, I will say that me, Debbie, and Erica are all on Manjaro, and we all went drinking quite heavily about 2 weeks ago when we celebrated our birthdays together. We literally had a drink at every bar that we went to, and we went to about 7 bars because we went bar hopping. Yes, my old ass went bar hopping. And then we had 2 shots, so we had about I want to say we had about 5 drinks and 2 shots because we had shots at some of the bars and then we had drinks. So we had about 5 drinks and 2 shots. I didn't, I felt fine. I thought I was going to be like, because sometimes I drink one drink and I'm like, okay, I can't have any more. But on this particular night, I guess because maybe we were walking so much, because we were walking from bar to bar, maybe it didn't affect us as much, but I didn't have any issues. I wasn't hungover. I wasn't drunk. I really didn't even catch a buzz that I can think of. And I felt fine. So, can you have alcohol? Yes. Could it affect you differently than it affected us? Potentially, because everyone is different, and I don't know what, maybe um, my pancreas isn't great, and Debbie's could be 100%, and you just never know how it's going to hit you. So I would never say yes, you can drink alcohol and then you get sick on me, because I would hate that. But in my case, it was fine. Debbie was fine. Erica's been fine. So yeah, that's my take on the alcohol thing. Donzie says, Clarissa, you are killing me. Sandra says, I was just telling my husband, don't bake anymore. I love to bake. I blame it on MJ. Aw. Lemon water really hydrates you and it's easy to drink for those. Yes, I love me some lemon water, Pam. Yes, yes, yes. Dudley says 10. Yeah, 10 was my favorite dose, I will say. I mean, it was the highest dose I got to, but it was my favorite. I felt the most comfortable in that one. How do I find out when my coupon expires? So you would have to have like a screenshot of your original coupon, but for most people, if you got the coupon early on in the game, then it's the one that was good until either 12 months of, injections, or until June of 2023. Um, Sandra says, Bill, look at the fine print on the coupon. Do you have access to it? Clarissa, Dontel laughing. Pam says, I can live on pepperoni, olives, bananas. And, oh my God, Pam, you totally sound like Debbie. Debbie eats like cheese, crackers, pepperonis. I tell her she has an adult, what do you call it? Adult Lunchable, because she brings like her little cheese slices, her pepperonis. And so, yes. Belle asked the pharmacy. HEB has those Lunchable snacks of cheese and pepperoni. You need to eat 3 meals, 2 snacks a day. So Jasmine, I know for a lot of people that might work, but for people like me, I cannot. If I eat 3 meals and 2 snacks a day, I will start gaining weight. I guarantee you. I've tried that many times, especially when they were like, oh, you should eat 3 light meals and 2 snacks in between or whatever. That's what I was just explaining at the beginning of the video, that I literally had 3 meals yesterday, because I usually don't eat 3 meals, and I woke up 3 pounds heavier. I know probably it's bloat and water weight, and so it shouldn't stay on, but still, like, one day of normal eating, and I gained 3 pounds. Like, it's ridiculous. Well, it was like 2.8 pounds, right? Because I was 183.8 the day before. But anywho, um, I start 10 milligrams next week, but kind of nervous. What's your experience on it? I don't want to mispronounce your name. Is it Kwanya? So I had great experience. I didn't experience anything adverse going from the 7.5 to the 10 milligram, and I love the 10 milligram. It was my favorite dose. So don't be nervous. I think you'll be fine. Have you had issues on any of the other doses? Let me see here. Let me scroll on here because we're way behind on comments. Oh, it's there. Going down. Okay. Let's see. With Man on the Manjaro, on the pen with Man on the Manjaro. Hey, Crissy, Wind Down Wednesday, I like it. Hey, oh my goodness. You're on my live chat. Welcome. Welcome to the live chat. It's so good to have you here. I hear so much about you. So many people always tell me about you. I've gone on to watch a few of your clips. I'm sure just like me, you're always busy and you don't have time to always be, ironically, don't have time to be on social media because we're constantly creating content. But it's so good to have you here in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate that. Pam says, Jasmine, I ate that much a day. I would be throwing up because I would be so full. Sandra says, hey, Dave. Did I miss Dave in here? I didn't see. Let's see. Pam says, okay. Sorry, you guys. Bear with me while I catch up on all these comments. Lovelia says, fellow Aries here. Hey, happy belated birthday to you. My birthday is next week, and I got the best early birthday gift. Got on the scale yesterday at 179. I'm down from 253. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Congratulations to you. That is such a celebration. So yes, I can imagine what a great birthday gift to you. Jill says, my doc says do not force yourself to eat, but do take a multivitamin. Yes, I need to get, I'm looking into getting a green juice powder, you guys. Olivia has me looking at the COS or KOS brand. I know a lot of people use Bloom, but I heard Bloom was just like one of those influencer product type deals. So I'm really looking in. So if you guys know of a good green juice product, like let me know in the comments because I'm looking into them. I want one that tastes decent though, okay? Don't send me no grass tasting green juice because I will not be able to drink it. You should do a wine down Wednesday. Good excuse to enjoy some wine. So those were our thoughts initially when we came about this wine down Wednesday deal. But I didn't know if YouTube would like shut me down or something for having alcohol on screen. So I was a little bit, afraid to bring my glass of wine because I totally would enjoy me some Stella Rose because I'm cheap, you guys. I would totally enjoy a glass, especially on a day like today. Jasmine says, I love beer, but I gave up being on this wellness journey. So I would say don't give up on the things you love because that's what causes us to binge at some point. I would say enjoy it in moderation. Try one out and see what happens, see how you feel. If you feel okay having the one, then I don't see a problem with it occasionally because what we don't want to do is exclude any one thing that we enjoy because what happens when you do that is then you go into those habits where you're like, I just want, a beer and you end up having 12 beers, that kind of situation. So I would definitely say it should be okay. Um, Vladisa says, I wish I could do a Teams meeting day so we can all have good wind down Wednesday. Yeah. I know we can go live on here. I don't know how that works because I have an option where it says go live together. And so I could like add people to my live. I just don't know exactly how that works yet. um, let's see. Good to be here, and you're exactly right about the busyness. Yes, isn't it crazy? Like people would like I think people think I'm on social media 24/7, but I really don't get to be because any free time that I have, I'm literally trying to create content or am like physically doing a video, trying to make sure I'm up on the latest trends and all that. So it's a lot of work. It really is. I enjoy it, but it is a lot of work. So I get it. I think I was talking to Melissa about you because Melissa always brings you up. And so I told her the same thing. I was like, I haven't been able to go catch up with him because, everybody wants us to go live together. So I'm putting it out there. If you want to do a live together, I'm so down for it. I just hadn't been able to like go and personally ask on your channel. But yes, I would definitely be open to that. I see that you've got great energy too on your channel and you've got a great following. So I'd be more than happy if you want to join me or I go join you, whatever you want to do. Let me know if you're interested in the comments. I'm totally down for it. It's always fun having someone else with me. So yes, but I totally get it because she was like, he's always busy, and I'm like, yeah, girl, I get it. Like it really is. Pam says, I bought a talking scale and I love to hear it tell me I'm in Wonderland. Woo woo. Pam, it's crazy. When I first hit Wonderland, I remember going to the doctor and they asked me, how much do you weigh? And I was like, no. 198. Because for so long I said 200 something. And when I finally was in Wonderland and I hadn't been in Wonderland that long, it was like I wasn't used to it, because for so many years I said 200 something. So to be in the 100s, it was crazy. Like it hadn't registered yet. So it's great to have that feeling. Denise says, I've been so lucky. I have not had one side effect and I start 10 in 2 weeks. That is great. Yeah, that was me. I've had the sulfur burps. I've had constipation continuously. I've had the joint pain. I've had a lot of the symptoms, but it hasn't been unbearable to where it's like discouraging me from wanting to be on the medication. It's just something that like, okay, I got headaches this week, so this week I'm taking, ibuprofen, Tylenol, or this week I'm constipated, so let me take some Dopalax. It's just, been a combination of things, but nothing that's been unbearable. So it's been fine. Sean says amazing grass. I'm gonna have to look that up, Sean. Where do you buy that at? The KOS one I saw on Amazon, which Olivia let me taste it, and it was pretty good. Let's see. Melgon says, Denise, same here. I've been using since October. I start 10 on Tuesday. Woohoo! So many of you guys starting the 10 milligram. How exciting. Let me see. Tracy says, is a metallic taste in your mouth? Yes. I don't know. It's not an official side effect. It's not on their website, but I occasionally have like a weird taste in my mouth. And it's not like a bad taste. It just feels like that, like a metallic taste. Or and sometimes if I think it's like, is it heartburn? But it like doesn't bother me like heartburn, but it's just like a funny like taste in my mouth. So it definitely could be. There's a lot of medications that cause that side effect, but maybe this one's just not. Um, yes, let's do it. Yes, you let me know when you want to do it. Sandra says, yay, we can do both. Yes, for sure. You did pronounce my name right, by the way. Oh, yay, good, because I'm like horrible at figuring it out sometimes. So congratulations on your 50-pound weight loss. You and Miss Pam, you guys lost 50 pounds, so that's awesome. That's such a huge milestone, you guys. So I'm really proud of you. That is such a good thing. I remember when I hit my 50 pounds, Debbie gifted me a shirt. Debbie and Cletus gifted me a shirt that said, I think it says like congratulate or 50 pounds down. So it definitely is a milestone. I will say that no, I do not think Manjaro is a miracle medication because it it can almost be offensive for some people to say it's a miracle. I know it's a magical medication. I mean, it really has helped so many people regulate their blood sugar. But I will say that you definitely have to put the work in um, if you want to lose the weight. Because I know plenty of people who are on Manjaro now for diabetes who are not actively losing weight. They're either maintaining their weight or they lost the initial 5-10 pounds and now they're stuck because they're not changing their eating habits, they're not watching portion control, they're still able to eat after a couple of days, they get used to it, and then it's like they're not paying attention to those signals, whereas to we're so conscious about it. So I would definitely say that I would have never been where I'm at, like just to be in the 100s for this long, because I don't know about you guys. Yes, Dante, exactly. It's a great tool. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know where I was going with that, you guys. What was I talking about? Oh my God. I swear. I'm getting old. When did you start buying the new clothes? I started right away, Angela, because let me tell you, I'm all about like looking like fitted in my clothes. I don't like wearing big baggy clothes. So as soon as my jeans started getting loose around the thighs, I was like, yeah, it's time to go get tight jeans. So I literally went through the phase. Like I was already into a size 16, and then I went to go buy me 2 pairs of 14s, and then I wore those for a little while. And then I was like, okay, these are fitting me big. So then I was excited to go get the size 12s. I got back into the size 12s. And I only buy a pair or two at a time. And I don't spend a ton of money on jeans. I literally go to like TJ Maxx or Ross because there is a brand called D Jeans that I absolutely love. And I only find them like at TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls. They all have Burlington Coat. They have these, if you look for the jeans, they're called D jean, like the letter D jeans, and they're cheap. They're $16.99. Sometimes I can find them for $12.99, but most of them are $16.99. And they come in all colors: black, red, light blue, dark blue, flare, skinny, but they're D jeans and they shape my body really well. And I love them. So every time I would go down, like when I would start feeling my jeans getting a little loose, I would go buy me a pair or two because I'd be like, okay, well, it's $16.99, or if I bought 2 pairs, it'd be $30. And I felt good because they fit me good. And, I don't like wearing baggy jeans. Like I don't like being in baggy jeans. And so I immediately, and I will say that most of my clothes, like this shirt in particular, is very stretchy. So a lot of my tops grew with me and have now shrunk with me. So I didn't have to buy a ton of tops. Because like this, if I were to gain weight, it would just start getting shorter on me, but it would just stretch with me. So there's that. Um, it's Dante. You were talking about being in the 100s. Yes, Dante, I was, and I cannot remember where that was headed. But thank you. Mel says, I started on my, hey Mel, it's so good to see you in here. I started on my own June 2019, lost 72 pounds. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That reminded me of what I was gonna say. Gained a tiny bit back. Now since October, I've lost over 26 pounds, almost to my goal. I'm losing slow, but I'm fine with that. Hey, I'm totally fine with that too. In the beginning, and I want to talk about this because in the beginning, I was in the same mindset that I've had for so many times. Like I've dieted all my life. And in the beginning, I was like, I want to lose, lose, lose. And you want to lose immediately. You want to diet for 2 or 3 days and starve yourself and expect to see a 5, 10 pound weight loss after 4 days. And that is just not how it works. And that is why I failed so many times because so many times I was in that mindset that if I did really good for a week and I didn't see extreme weight loss, it was like, oh my God, I'm going to binge eat because I'm starving. And I would just binge eat. And this time I was like, you know what? Initially, I did start with that same mindset where I was like, I want to lose fast. But then it was like, okay, well, I'm losing. I'm losing. I'm just consistently losing. And so I just kept doing it. And it's been a whole year. And that's what I was getting at, you guys, is that for the first time ever in any weight loss journey that I've done, and I've done many, I've not only lost the 60 pounds, which took me from 241 to, well, I've been fluctuating, right? The lowest I got was 181, but I fluctuate. Like this morning, I weighed 186. Um, but I've kept it off for a year. That's unheard of because let me tell you guys that for so many years, for so many diet, I would lose 30, 40 pounds and then I would continuously slowly start gaining. And it would be like I gained 5 pounds this month and then I gained 2 pounds this month. And before I knew it, I had gained all my weight back, if not more. And by the time some people would see me thin, and then by the time they saw me the next time, I'd be back to my original weight. So this is the first time ever that I've actually managed not only to lose that amount of weight and get myself into the 100s, but also keep it off the entire year and not regain by now. So that's what I was going to say. So thank you guys for helping me remember that because I feel like it's important, It's so hard to lose the weight and like to even be able to say that you've kept it off, it took me a good, I mean, I've lost it over the entire course, right? But I lost the bulk of the weight after like 6 months. It didn't take me that long to lose 50 pounds. And then I've slowly lost those last 10 pounds. And now I've been maintaining for the last about 2 months. But it's been a year journey, literally. And so, yes. Even if weight loss is not happening, Manjaro is a great blood. Yes, exactly. Have been able to stop injecting insulin except for basal at night. A1C is now 5. Tracy, yay! Congratulations, that's awesome. Dati, does anyone have a link for butt enhancer? Sandra says, awesome, Tracy. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, has anyone tried the keto gummies? Are they BS? Crissy, your face looks thin. You look so good. Thank you so much, Jill. So, you know what's crazy, you guys? Like, sometimes I'll click on my old videos because I'm responding to comments. A lot of people that are starting their journey will go to my new videos because they're watching the beginning, right? And I'm like, it's crazy to see how chubby my face looked in the early videos, especially like my early TikToks when I start documenting it from like I literally on my TikTok channel started documenting it every day for like the first 30 days. Like I would literally be like, today was day 1. This is what I felt. Today is day 2. This is what I felt. And like to see my face like so chubby and like now to be able to see like my jawline and just how much my face has changed, it's crazy. Like you guys literally got to witness seeing me like shrinking in front of you, like literally. Belle says, are the side effects different when you start the higher dosages? For me, it was not. I think the bulk of these side effects for me were in the beginning because that's when your body's first getting used to the medication. So I will say that I noticed a lot of it, but they have continued on throughout my journey. They haven't got any worse or any better. Like early on, I had the joint pain, which I do not experience a lot of joint pain now. I started feeling cold and I've maintained feeling cold throughout the entire time. Like I am always cold. And people that like my cousin Erica, who was always hot before, she's always cold now. And that's so not normal for her. So she's always like, oh my God, like I used to sweat, like literally be sweating while I was at work and stuff. And now she's like consistently cold. Um, Constipation has literally been the same the entire journey. The headaches were the first couple of weeks. I think the first and second week is when I had headaches, and then that was it. I didn't experience it anymore, and I've always had issues with headaches, and I've been good this year. So yes, like I never got any worse, but I know some people will feel like when they get to the 12 and 15 will get really nauseated, they'll vomit, stuff like that. I never got to get to those doses, so I could not speak out of from experience. Let me see. Loveliest says, "How are your arms doing, and what is the official name of the procedure? I'm interested. I'm about to fly away with these wings." So I had an arm. I just had arm lipo. I didn't do the arm lift. So the arm lift is when they actually remove the excess skin. So they'll lipo your arm and then they'll remove like the bat wing part of it, right? Like this lower part that hangs. I opted not to get that because I just thought that the lipo would be enough. And it was. If you see my arms when they're laying next to me, they're, pretty uniform. Like you can see that I'm pretty straight. Whereas to before, my arms would bulk out some. I can't even do it anymore, but my arms used to kind of bulk out. I think I have pictures where I can probably upload in the next video, you guys. So I just did the arm lipo. All they did was suck out some of the fat, so my arms are able to lay flatter than they typically would. But if you want to, if you want to really have an extreme, like if you want to see extreme results, you would definitely have to have an arm lift. The problem with that is that you'd have a scar that pretty much extended from your elbow here all the way down. And that's what I didn't want. I wasn't prepared for that. Like, I don't care about the scars around my abdomen. I don't care about scars, my breast area. Like, nobody sees those. Those are always covered up if I wear, but I was like, if I wear a tube top or something like that, yes, I'll have thin arms, but I'm going to have like the huge scars under my arms. So I wanted to see what the lipo, and I'm pretty satisfied with just the liposuction. I'm okay with that. But yes, definitely if you want the bat wings removed, I would not I would not say that just the arm lipo, because I'm okay with it, but some people may not be happy still having the flappiness down there. Trust me, when I'm doing my makeup in the mornings, like that's all I see is my arm flapping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but whatever. I'm okay with that. At some point, I gotta be like, okay, girl, like, can you stop? Like, just stop. Um, let's see. I'm behind again. Oh my word, I freeze constantly. Yes. I would like to find my neck again. My chin goes right into my neck. Oh, Denise, I know. That's what my mom was complaining about, because she's lost a ton of weight too, but she's got a little bit more hang. But then my mom's also, she's gonna be 49 this year, so she feels like she's got a little excess skin there. But yeah, the only way around that would be to do like a neck lift, or even if you do the liposuction, I would imagine, because that's what I did. I did liposuction, which that's another thing. I did the double chin liposuction before I lost all the weight. Um, and I feel like it aged me a little bit, because you can kind of see like loose, like my skin's not full anymore down below my neck. Now you can kind of see like a little like sagginess, kind of. But it comes with you sucking out the that is what makes your face look plump, right? That's why people will start adding filler to their face. Yes, my mom will be 49 this. No, yes, girl. Thank you for correcting me. No, my mom will be 59 this year. She's 58 right now. That's crazy. Like, to think that my mom's gonna be hitting her 60s soon. That's crazy to me. Yes, she's 58. She'll be 59 this year. So she has, she's old. I'll be 56. No, I mean, like, it's hard to believe. Like, to me, my mom looks great still. Like, she looks young. Like, she still has very plump face still, and like, she still looks really good for her age. But it's hard to fathom that your parents are going to hit their 60s, because you start to feel like, getting into your 60s is a little more serious. So I'm like, I can't even believe, that my mom's going to be in her 60s soon. Just like I can't believe that I'm going to have an 18-year-old. Like, my daughter's going to be 18 years old in June. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I remember thinking my mom was old as heck when I was 18. And I'm like, I have an 18-year-old. I don't feel old. Like, but that's what older people say, right? Older people always like, I don't feel old. I feel like I'm 20. That's what an old person says. I don't feel old, but it's hard to believe that, like, oh my God, I'm going to have an 18-year-old soon. Like, that's crazy. Um, So yes, I'm going to be dealing with graduations and proms and all that good stuff here in the next couple of weeks. Um, it's called brachioplasty, what a lot of people get for their arms, arm lift or skin removal. Yes, thank you, Mill. I'm always cold too. Yes, that's crazy, right? Your face looks so thin. Awesome. You're on maintenance. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize she had a procedure for her arms already. Maybe it was different. Thomas says, I get very cold too. Isn't it crazy? Because, like, the cold thing is not in, and this is why we can't take what we read, like, there's nothing on the Manjaro website at all that talks about feeling cold, but so many of us are experiencing that. So it's definitely a side effect. So, Sandra says she has a video saying the procedure she has done. Yes, I've had a ton of procedures. Did your shoe size change? Yes, it did. I started a week after you, and I'm down 43 since July, and I'm down half a size. Yes, I was wearing a size 8.5, and I'm down to an 8. And in some shoes, I can even wear a 7.5. Isn't that crazy? And my shoes used to look like I was opening them, like they looked wider. When you first buy a shoe, it looks nice and, like the way it should look. And then after I wear my shoes a couple of months, they open up a little bit, like where my foot's wide and like it opens the shoe up. So they don't look like that anymore. Now I buy my shoes and they stay the way they're supposed to look, not wide. So it's crazy. My rings too, you guys. So, like, I hadn't worn my ring in a while because it annoys me since it's top heavy. Like, it literally will roll down all the time, and like this is all the time. So my hubby's like, why aren't you wearing your ring? And I'm like, because it annoys me. It annoys me to be wearing it because it fits me so big now. So your hands also, and if you look at my old picture that I posted where I'm doing a side-by-side comparison, my hands literally look like little gloves, like little baseball mitts. They were so chubby. Let's see. Jasmine says 49. Wow. Old. I'll be 56. I'm not saying it's old. Trust me. Like, my mom looks great. Like, I hope I look as good as my mom when I'm that age. The most frustrating thing for me is getting my prescription filled. It seems though pharmacies are still having a tough time getting 10 milligram. Yes, that can be frustrating. That's why for a while I was like, okay, I can't, like, if I have to jump on the semaglutide, I was ready to do that. Fortunately, he finally was like, you're ready for maintenance, and he put me on the 7.5, and I was able to fill 3 boxes at the 7.5. And I haven't been worried about it. It's been so nice not being stressed out about, are they going to have it or not? And so it's been nice. So I totally feel you on the stress of having to deal with, the filling part of it, which I thought they said that they had fixed it, but I thought they had said that there was going to be no more shortages, that they had amped up production. So it really is taking me aback that so many people are struggling still. KLG says, my mom's going to be 79, looks amazing. Yay, that's so awesome. Yeah, my grandma, that's, I start to get sad, you guys, because I'm gonna be 39 in a couple of days, literally, and I start to feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit 40 soon, and it's like 40. That's a significant number. Like, when you're in your 30s, you still feel like you're in your 30s. It's not that severe, but then to think that next year I'll be 40, it's like, good night, Sean. It was so good having you on here, babe. Um, and I start to feel sad because I feel like I'm getting closer to the end, right? Like, you're getting to that halfway point. Like, that's what people say. Like, when you hit 40, you're halfway there. And it's crazy because it's like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I'm gonna be like Kris Jenner, like literally crying because I'm having less and less marble. Or what did she say? She said, like, every year is one more marble out of the jar, and eventually you'll run out of marbles, and so that's sad. It's Dr. Quinn says, I've only lost 10 pounds in 2 months. So that's really good though. 10 pounds, you have to celebrate a loss. 10 pounds is still, that means you're averaging 1 pound, just over 1 pound a week, which is great. So don't be too hard on yourself. 10 pounds is really great. There were months where I lost nothing, and then there were months that I lost 11 pounds. And then the following month, I would lose 4 pounds. But when you start add up all those months of 2 pounds here, 5 pounds there, at the end, you'll get to that big number. So don't beat yourself up about that. Mel says, my last 2 doses, I've gotten a pink itchy spot. Same dosage, not bad ever. Started in October. Weird to get it so far. And yes, and you know, you guys, I mentioned on Monday that I was starting to break out into rashes, and like yesterday, the day before yesterday, I start to break out again, and it's like scaring me because I'm like, why am I breaking out into hives so often? And it's always like around my elbows, around my knees, the back of my thighs, my inner thighs. So I'm like, could it possibly be that I'm starting to develop an allergy to it? I don't know, because I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything on my diet or anything like that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Um, Denise says, that's me. Mel says, people get cold on low calories and weight loss in general, maybe not specifically from a job. But see, that's the thing, because I'm not eating low calories anymore. I'm eating probably anywhere between 12 to 1600 calories a day now. And so that's not too low versus when I was eating like 900 calories. So I don't know, because I still feel cold all the time. And my husband, he's been on it for a while, and he's got that same, like, now you in the car, it was always an argument because I wanted it to be warm and he wanted it to be cold. And now he's like, I'm like, you're not hot. And he's like, no. And I'm like, see, isn't that crazy? I'm like, because I feel good right now. That means you would have been hot. And so he's like, yeah, you're right. I hadn't realized that I'm cold. And I'm like, see, that's like really a thing. Hey Q, good to have you back. Jill says, Pam, my pharmacy said April 3rd or 4th. So frustrating. Mel, I have hyperhidrosis and I no longer need to take medicine for it. I had it when I was you're and skinny also. Huh. Pam says, definitely frustrating. Sandra says, not you're young. I'm turning 50 in 3 weeks. Oh, Jasmine, that's a milestone birthday. Pam's turning 50 also, or just turned. Was it Pam that said she just turned 50? Or who told me they just turned 50? Um, I'm doing great. I have shoes older than you. Oh my God, no. I still don't understand how some people get 3 boxes. I'm at Walmart now. Any advice? You have to have your doctor prescribe you a 3 month supply. Now, the only drawback about the 3 month supply, loveliest, is that you won't be able to titrate because you'll have to use your 3 month supply before you can move up a dose. But like for me, I was ready to do that because I was going on maintenance. So I was okay with taking the 3 boxes and it'll be $25. And the coupon states on there, get 1 or 3 month supply for $25. But you have to have your doctor prescribe it that way. They have to write out the prescription to be able to get the three month supply. Pam says, I made 56 on March 21st. March 21st. My bestie's birthday is March 21st. My mama is 94. Oh, Pam, that's so sweet. That's awesome. What a life. I hope I get to live into my 90s because I really, really, really want to see my great grandkids. I just had my phone today. I mean, I have my food. What did you have to eat, Q? Sandra says, I think you need a 90-day script. Yes, that's correct, Sandra. Loveliest, they only allow me 1 box at a time. I'm using the coupon and pay $25. So yeah, they'll only allow you 1 box if that's how your doctor writes the prescription. Angela, 10 pounds is good. Yes, it is. I work out today. Thank you. That's true. Love your positivity. Mel says, I can't get Push Health to give me refills for more than 1 month at a time. Okay, so Mel, the thing about things like Push Health and stuff is that they're making their money by you having your monthly visit with them, if I'm not mistaken. Because people are complaining that they will only allow them to get 1 month at a time. So I think this is more of a money thing because they want you going there every month, whereas to like my doctor, and like Debbie's doctor gave her a 6 month prescription, so she was able to pick up 3 boxes now, and then she'll pick up her other 3 boxes once that supply is done. And he was even like, I won't have to see you again for 6 months unless something's not right, or you need to come back and see me. But he wrote her, literally was like, you'll be on the 5 milligram for the next 6 months. Let me see. Selena says, good night, everyone. Good night, Selena. It was so good seeing you. Have a rest of the weekend. Angela says, but does getting 3 months shorten the life of the coupon? Yes, because the coupon, technically you can either get a total of 12 boxes on the coupon or have the coupon for 12 months, whichever comes first. So yes, I would imagine you are right. If you were to get the 3 months, that would shorten, not shorten the life because it would still be good, but you're only good for 12 boxes. So if you use, if you get 3 boxes of that, then by the time you titrate, you're already in 3 months, right? Of that one dosage. Does that make sense? I don't know if that made sense. Mel says yes for sure. They want me to pay 89 months. So see, that's what it is. If they write you a 3 month script, you won't need to see them for 3 months. So that's what, $180 they won't see in their pocket. Or well, no, 90 and 90 is, oh my God, you guys, 180. So that's 270 they won't have. Thanks, Crissy and Pam. Doctor just wrote me a 3 month, but can't refill until May 30th. Wish me luck. Good luck, babe. I know you got this. For every appointment, I mean, yes. So that's what it is. They want you to be paying that $90 for your appointments. Going to ask about 3 months, Mel 25. Oh, that's awesome. I'm paying 400. Good Lord. You know who else is paying a ton? Donzi. She told me about her doctor too. It's kind of that kind of thing where she has to pay $100 every visit plus her medication. Good night, Gladys. It was good, so good seeing you. Monthly at med spa. Yes. So it's meth spas. No, med spas are always going to charge more. And they're probably prescribing, are they prescribing the actual Manjaro? Because usually it's like a compounded version. And because even surgeons are prescribing the semaglutides. Like my surgeon literally put a special on their website that was like, lose as much weight as you can before your surgery. We will prescribe a semaglutide for 8 weeks prior to your surgery. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's insane for surgeons to be pushing this medication also. It's crazy. Pug on Manjaro, has anyone tried Amazon Pharmacy? I'm out here in Vegas, and yes, um, Thomas, I believe, said Amazon is filling the Manjaro medication. I know, and 10 milligram is still on back order. Yeah, I think Thomas mentioned earlier in the comments that Amazon, he hasn't had any issues with Amazon filling his prescription. Mel says I shouldn't complain. Met March 30th. No, it's compounded. Yes. Okay, so yes, the med spas is usually a compound, and the med spas are probably, they charge you $100 a week, right? Because that's what most med spas charge, is $100 a week for the medication, which is crazy, girl. That is crazy because the compound medication should only cost you about $100 to $150 for a month supply. So these med spas are making mad bank on people. That is crazy. Yeah, if you were to find a general practitioner or a nurse practitioner that can just write you the prescription for the compound medication, the medication would only cost you about $125 to $150 a month. And so you would pay whatever your copay or whatever your doctor fee might be. Like for me, my doctor's $25 a month or $25 a visit. So I was paying the $25 to go see my doctor. Plus, then I was paying the compound pharmacy $125 for a 4-week supply. They would give you a vial with 4 weeks. And so that means for everyone out here who's going to these med spas because they feel like they can't go to, any doctor can prescribe you the compound medication. It just depends on if you have a pharmacy in your area that'll fill it. I know my pharmacy was shipping. But that's crazy because these med spas are making mad money on people. I mean, $100 a week per person, like that's crazy. Let's see. Mel says my plastic surgeon offers injections now too. I don't get them from him. I just do regular script organs. Yes, my surgeon is also will put you on an 8-week plan, and then they will charge you $100 a week. So that's an extra $800 you have to cough up to take this medication with my surgeon, which I thought was like crazy. Thomas, there you are. Amazon has been great. Yes. Is Amazon filling the 10 milligram dose? They should be able to fill all the doses. Jill, if you call them, they will tell you if it's in stock. Dr. Quinn says, that's awesome. Or I asked my doctor and she refused. She said, I'm not a diabetic. Just thank you, Thomas. That's so sad to me, right? So a doctor won't prescribe it to you because you're not diabetic, but then you can go to a med spa and get this medication at an extremely outrageous amount, and that's okay. That just makes absolutely no sense to me, you guys. Pecon Draw says, I'm down 48 pounds in about 1.5 months. I have cut out almost all sugars. Been walking about 4 miles a day now. Started drinking about a gallon a day. You are doing such great things, Pug on Manjaro. That is amazing. I wish I had that like dedication to like make sure I did 4 miles a day and drank a gallon of water. I am not good. And I could not cut all sugars. I cut down a lot less, but oh, thank you, love. It says been watching your videos for motivation. Thank you so much. Yes, look at all that positivity in the comments. I absolutely love it, you guys. Thank you all so much for sharing. So before I go, you guys, because I've been at it for almost 2 hours now, it's way past my bedtime. But before I go, I want to ask you guys, what is the next? You guys leave it in the comments. What is the next 2 or 3 videos you guys want me to dedicate topics about? And I apologize for all the shorts I've been shooting out, but YouTube is really pushing for content creators to do shorts. Shorts are those like 1 minute. Well, you can do anything from, a few seconds to a minute long video, and then it's like a TikTok, but on YouTube. And so they're really pushing content creators who are doing shorts and pushing that content because they're trying to grow. YouTube is trying to grow their short platform. And so therefore, I'm consistently trying to create shorts out of my content. So I apologize for all the random shorts that I post, you guys. I'm trying to make them so that they tie into what we talk about, which is weight loss, motivation, working out, stuff like that. So I definitely been trying to keep them within the scope of what we do here. But that's why I've been doing that. On another note, I'm overdue for doing a video where I, create content for you guys. So I really want you to let me know in the comments what. So I normally go live on Mondays during lunch. So Mondays around 12 p.m. Central Time. And then I'm trying to do evenings on Wednesdays. So Mondays 12 p.m. and then Wednesdays 8:30 Central Time, because a lot of people say they go to church on Wednesday, and so they wanted me to make sure I did it late enough to where they can still chime in here. So yes, Mondays noon and Wednesdays 8:30 p.m. But are you active on Instagram? Yes. If you go to my Instagram page, it's also Crissy G. I have the link in my, well, I put the link in some of the descriptions, but it's under Crissy G also. It's Houston underscore Batty, but it's HOUSTUN underscore Batty, BADDIE. That's my Instagram. I'm interested in recipes. Yes, I for sure want to tie in like food in the channel because I try so many good recipes and I really want to share those with you guys. Happy I caught you live. Yay! Thank you for hosting all the great info. Yes, of course. I loved the bean recipe cooking, just chatting. Yes, for sure. I want to, like I said, you guys, I recorded like the vegetable soup that I did, and that was absolutely delicious, you guys. I have that video. It's coming. It's in the works. I am actively editing it right now. But yes, I know that I want to talk about my 1 year anniversary. So that's coming soon because I'm fixing to hit 1 year officially on the weight loss injections or on the injections in general. So I do want to give a whole breakdown of, my whole journey, my side effects throughout the journey, how quickly I lost my weight, how long it's been since I've been on maintenance, all that good stuff. I want to wrap all that up in a video talking about my 1 year on injectables, right? Semaglutide, and Manjaro now. And then I also want to do another video about my plastic surgery because so many of you have expressed wanting to get skin removal or wanting to do tummy tucks, especially some of you that have lost all this weight and now you want to do like arm procedures, face procedures. And so I've done all that. I've had multiple rounds of lipo, multiple rounds of the breast reduction lifts, stuff like that. So I know so many of you are interested in knowing about the tummy tuck procedure, especially because I did my tummy tuck weighing 212 pounds, which I was considered plus size, obese, and a lot of doctors will not touch you if you are overweight. And my doctor did, and he did a phenomenal job. So even though I had gained all that weight after my tummy tuck, because I got down to 205 after my tummy tuck, because I went into surgery at 212, but after they did all that skin removal, I dropped to 205. And then I continuously gained. So it took me 5 years, but I topped out at 241. Well, 241 was what I finally saw on the scale. I probably weighed a little bit more than that. But that's what I saw on the scale. But even though I had gained all that weight, my belly was still not like protruding, right? Like it was still flat. It was just that I grew like everywhere else. And so I do want to talk about that. But yes, give me some ideas, you guys. I love when you guys give me suggestions. I know a lot of you enjoy watching the makeup videos. I love doing the makeup videos because I do my makeup every day, even if it's natural like this. I still do my makeup. So that's definitely something I enjoy doing. But I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear your comments. I love you all's positivity. Thank you so much. The reason why I keep coming on here and I'm doing these lives consistently is because I love sharing the information. I love and admire that you guys are so helpful in the comments and that you guys really, really encourage each other. I absolutely love that. Thank you all for being a part of the community and really sharing everything. If you haven't already subscribed, if you're on here and you haven't subscribed, please do that because it truly helps my channel grow. For those of you who managed to stay on here for a whole 2 hours, I can't thank you enough, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for everyone who joined tonight. Good night. Y'all have a blessed one also. Thank you so much, Pam. As always, talk soon, my loves. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.